Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre said he feels vindicated by the fact that a member of the opposition United Workers' Party, which had opposed St. Lucia joining the Caribbean Court of Justice (CCJ), was the first to receive a favorable judgment from that regional court. Pierre noted that when his government was pushing for St. Lucia to adopt the CCJ as its final appellate court, replacing the London-based Privy Council, the UWP staged public demonstrations against the move and made allegations against him.
Is that the first person who went to the Caribbean Court of Justice was the United Workers' Party, who demonstrated against the Caribbean Court of Justice. There was a great demonstration, and I was this dictator who wanted to change the constitution. The first people who benefited from the Caribbean Court of Justice was the United Workers' Party. First people who benefited. And I don't know if St. Lucians will remember that. Or have they forgotten that the demonstrations and the noise and the calumny against me because I was following the Constitution. And people wrote from far and wide, piecemeal to the Constitution. Now look at it. If the person who had this stay in the Caribbean Court of Justice, if he had to go to the Privy Council, next year this time, the case would not have been heard. And he would have been charged thousands of dollars. Ask him how much he paid to go to the Caribbean Court of Justice.
The CCJ dismissed an application for a special leave by broadcaster McDowell Broadcasting Corporation Limited, MBC. MBC sought to appeal a defamation lawsuit filed by former Government Minister Guy Joseph. This means that the lawsuit was not time-barred and could proceed.
So it just shows you when people want to be mischievous and want to just talk for talking's sake and want to create disharmony and misinformation, truth, as I always tell you, truth is what will see me through. The first person, the first people was the greatest critic of the Caribbean Court of Justice. And let me assure you that we are happy that justice was made available to him. But the misinformation is no allowance has been made. There's been no compensation has been paid. There is nothing. Nobody has been paid any thousands of dollars. But that is a simple thing. The case now will go back to the court. There has been no verdict on that case. But as usual, that's the disinformation that we peddle in St. Lucia.
Back in February 2023, hundreds of opposition United Workers' Party supporters marched through the streets of Choiseul. Chants of no referendum, no CCJ echoed through the air, reflecting the party's unwavering opposition to the government's plan. However, given the recent turn of events, Prime Minister Pierre said he felt vindicated and proven correct in his stance to have St. Lucia join the CCJ.
I have been more than vindicated. I have proven correct. In fact, I should be making a victory lap. Victory lap. I said so. I pushed it. There were demonstrations. I was heckled by the Parliament building. I was ridiculed on social media. I was called all kind of names. But the sad thing is that the United Workers' Party will never retract and say they made a mistake. That arrogance in the United Workers' Party will never end. You understand? And if you say anything, they tell you talk about your agenda. My agenda was going to the CCJ, and I make no bones about it. I'm proud that they were the first ones who got redemption from the CCJ.
Members of the UWP and its allies were deeply frustrated by the government's decision to bypass a public referendum on the issue. They argued that such a crucial change, one that alters the nation's judicial landscape, deserves the direct input of the St. Lucian people. Additionally, the opposition raised what they claimed were concerns about the CCJ's perceived bias in favor of larger member states and its potential impact on local legal traditions. Infuriated party members even protested outside Parliament building against the decision to adopt the CCJ as the island's final court of appeal. Joaquin Duplessis, HTS News Force.